My lamb went, and we all went over the pit head. I had a child and at 11 weeks old in the shawl, and they told us to go home because we was there for hours and hours. And I had a message at home to say that my husband was brought up dead. Well, they were all dead.
Medical workers had rushed to the colliery hoping to be of help. But Six Bells collier Paddy Byrne was among the rescuers who found only the dead bodies of friends killed by the gas explosion that Danny had feared.
When I came home, I didn't miss it. I came in and I sat down and I broke my heart. My tears was coming down. I couldn't able to stop myself. Well, you know, I knew them all. They were all friends. They'd all come later, and it was a shocking affair.
The death of so many men was a tragedy that had a profound effect on the whole community.
The sadness, it was inexpressibly, the sadness, it's like a pall over the town. And it wasn't only in Six Bells, mind you. It was in Blaine and Antidlow. There was people from all over. And it's hard to explain. And I mean, actually, I don't believe we ever really got over it.
Six Bells Colliery resumed production. Life went on. In Abertillery, the Labour Party's strength remained, with an easy by-election victory for Clifford Williams in 1965. But railway links were cut by beaching, symbolised by the demolition of the Crumlin Viaduct lower down the valley, and more area collieries closed, Navigation, Llanhilleth and Cwmtilleri in 1982, 2 years before Arthur Scargill led miners to their final doomed battle to save their industry.
Initially, the Abertillery miners were opposed to strike action. That was for the first day or two. The strike started on a Monday, I think it was March the 10th, on a Monday. But by the Wednesday of the first week, all the Abertillery miners were out on strike.
As the men went picketing, Abertillery women played an active role in helping families during the difficult struggle. Her husband on strike, Anne Durham, went for a job interview with a new local company making prepared meals.
I felt I had to go and get a job then, so I was back and forth the job centre a lot. And I went up there one day and I seen about Tulare Valley Foods opening. The first day I started, we didn't do nothing till about 4 o'clock in the afternoon because we had to clean everything first. And I think we done about 600 meals that day, and I got home about 9 o'clock in the night. But I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Tulare Valley Foods would grow to be of great importance to the community. Meanwhile, the strike ended in defeat. Rose Hayworth pit closed in 1985, Six Bells in 1988. Coal mining was finished.
Suddenly, overnight, that is physically removed. And the initial impact, I think, was a physical one, where people saw the pit demolished, for instance, and a great big brown scar. And that great big brown scar was symbolic of a greater loss, I think, and a greater fissure in our lives, because then the whole nature of the society changed.
The Abertillery area was shattered as the local economy was destroyed. Businesses buckled as hundreds of jobs disappeared.
I reckon our business went down, I expect you could say by half, I bet, easily. I would think so anyway, yeah.
With now less than 20,000 people, Abertillery lost its identity in Blaenau Gwent Council and constituency. Some new industries were attracted and business units were built on colliery sites, but all with limited success. A bypass road helps youngsters travel to work, if they can find a job.
I think it's been very difficult for people to get jobs. They've had to sort of look further afield to get employment, further down the valley or further afield, even sort of across the borders to get jobs.
The one real success is Tulare Valley Foods, now with over 400 employees. Meals are prepared by what is a highly qualified and highly valued workforce, central to the firm's commitment to the area.
I myself I'd done my basic hygiene, I think it was in 1985, about a year after I'd started. I've since gone on to do my intermediate hygiene, and NVQs. So there is a good standard of training here. Over half the workforce now have got NVQ training.
In a vote of confidence in the future, the company is doubling its production capacity as it sends meals to all parts of the UK. But real unemployment in Abertillery remains very high, though ironically the end of coal mining has led to an environment second to none.
Even sort of since I was a youngster, I've seen all the collieries have gone, all the sites have been regenerated. There's a school on the one colliery site, the one in Six Bells is flattened now and there's some redevelopment plans for that. It's great to see there's no sort of smog in the valley anymore.
Though shopping streets remain quite busy, closures reflect the reality of low incomes. And Abertillery Rugby, hit by professionalism, has sunk to Division 2. But with trees and lakes, Abertillery is now a lovely locality, and the Ebuwach River is sparkling once more.
Without coal, Abertillery has been left high and dry, its role apparently played out. But as the success of Tulare Valley Foods shows, people who are prepared to acquire new skills are invaluable to modern industry. The availability of a high-quality workforce in what is once again a beautiful environment must surely enhance all efforts to give Abertillery the boost it so richly deserves.